Healing from the past, healing from our traumas. What are the signs of healing? How long does it take? And why is it that sometimes we don't have the impression that things are going forward? Hello everybody, I'm Roubina Khodadin, artist, healer and spiritual guide. Regarding the art aspect, I would like you to join me rather on Instagram. You can type my name, Roubina Khodadin, or you can click in the link down below in the description box. But let's talk about this healing. The signs of healing, they are very simple. The first sign is that if you feel better today, inside yourself, better today than you felt when you started to look at healing yourself, definitely it's a great sign. Second sign is when we're not obsessed by the past. We're not obsessed by trying to understand or wanting to pinpoint who did what and why did my parents do this and that wasn't fair. When we are pretty much at peace about all this and we're not, as I said, obsessed, then this is a second great sign. Third sign, which happens a bit later in the healing process, is that when things that we are living and experimenting in our life are different than what we have experimented and felt in the past. So let's say you have a past of string relationships where things have been really horrible, people have been really horrible to you, and suddenly you meet somebody else who is actually nicer or who treats you nicer. That's already that's like an amazing sign that things have moved on, that you have changed. So these are the signs. Where the problem lies is oftentimes is that we might think that sometimes we're going forward, but we also stepping backwards. Sometimes it feels like push and pull. We think that things are moving on, and then suddenly we meet circumstances where we feel, well, actually it's not that great, it's not what I thought it was, I'm not healed actually. So sometimes what happens is we think that, but if when the circumstance happens, I gave the example of, let's say, string of bad relationships, and suddenly you encounter a nice relationship, and then 2 months down the line you realize that maybe this person gets you really angry or gets you really sad about some small thing. The key is to process your emotions as they come along, and the more you process them on a daily basis as they come along, the more you're releasing what is linked with the past. I say that in quite a few videos, and I hope you're not bored with me hearing that, but I think it needs to be said, because a lot of people imagine that healing is just about being conscious of things and being aware. Being aware and being conscious, sure, great, but if you don't change the clouds that are sticking on your body, on your cells, on your, what we call, on your energy, then same thing's going to happen over and over and over again. So it's important to have a very healthy daily emotional hygiene. I'll put a link at the end of this video about how to process your emotions. Third thing is, if you knew how many emails I get sometimes from people who watch the channel. You know, I do French and English videos, so I get sometimes email from people who tell me, I have done so much, or I think I've been trying to heal for so long, but things are not moving on. I feel it's really stagnant, and why and why. Sometimes the question I want to ask is, when people are listening to those videos, do we actually put, when videos are practical things, do we actually put them in place, or we just listen? Because listening only talks to your mind, but putting in practice is gonna talk to your inner self, to your body, and this is where things need to change. So if you watch my videos about how whatever to put things in place, do try them. Don't just listen to them, for instance. And then sometimes it's not enough to put things in place that we see in videos. Sometimes we need to have this person, the therapist or the healer, really dealing one-on-one, because there are some healing sessions that we can't do on a collective level. So again, if you need to get in touch with me, the link is in the description box. But if you're looking for, let's say, a healer or therapist, my advice is not to go only to people to whom you would talk, or who would work only on your mind. It's very important to maybe go and find stuff where it is body related. Could you let me know in the comment section, please, where you're at in your healing? How do you feel about your healing? I'd like to hear that. And make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet, and click the notification bell to have more videos like this and practical videos as well. And yeah, sure, join me on Instagram as well. And I'll see you very soon. Thanks for listening and wishing you all the best. Bye bye.